We're back live at the drive here on Coventry Sphinx's YouTube channel with live coverage of a blockbuster clash at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. It's Coventry Sphinx versus second place Spalding United. Liam Cook with you throughout the entirety of today's game. We're just about to get things underway. So let's get you into the starting lineups. Kicking off with our visitors of Spalding United, starting for Spalding today. If we can get the team news up for you. Number 1, Tony Breeden. Number 2, Callum Westwood. 3, Sam Warburton. 4, Glenn Walker. 5, Captain Nathan Stainfield. 6 is Sam Cartwright. 7, Kyle Barker. Number 8, James Sneddon. 9, Riley O'Sullivan. Number 10, Tyler Winters. And 11, Danny Draper. And into the Coventry Sphinx team news for you, starting in goal. Number 1, as always, Keelan Fallows. Number 2 is James Bryson. Number 3, Jordan Hayward. Number 4, Alex Locke. 5, Lewis Guest. Number 6 is William Edgingwale. 7, Jack Downs. Number 8, Callum Woodward. 9, Matty Shipman. Number 10, Jack Redhead. And number 11, Kyle Carey. Kyle Carey back in the starting line for the first time since September. We're all buzzing to have Kyle back. We're officially underway. Coventry Sphinx kicking from right to left in the sky blue and white stripes. Spalding in their changed away strip of red and black stripes. The ball currently at the feet of Keelan Fallows, the Coventry Sphinx goalkeeper. Here's Jordan Hayward starting at left back for the first time in a good old while. Carey slips it up to Jack Redhead, runs into the challenge of the defender, and it's brought away by Walker. Woodward carries on the attack for Coventry Sphinx. Squares it for Locke. He's found first team football hard to come by recently. Downs dinks it forward to Matty Shipman. Behind to Hayward. Redhead and Carey snatched away before he could embark on a mission forward. And the pitch is very soft today, and it's an awkward slip for Winters. Enabling Sphinx back onto it. Floating ball by Hayward, and it'll be to the feet of Tony Breeden. Barker rolls it to Sam Warburton. Towards Winters. They're offside caused by Edgingwale. Flag stays down. O'Sullivan goes to the ground under the pressure of Jack Downs. Early strike towards the grateful grasp of Keelan Fallows. James Sneddon trying to get his side on the score sheet early. Shipman target from Fallows' kick. Headed high into the sky. Who can bring it down? It's Draper. Picked out in the midfield by Locke. Sphinx can't find their way through a congested midfield. Now with Stainfield. Cartwright. Edgingwale nods that one away from the edge of his penalty area where Winters was waiting. All the way back to Stainfield for Spalding United. Spent a lot of time towards the top of the table this season. They were top for a good while, but have since been ousted from that position. Wow, great slide tackle that was by Alex Locke. He did go through the back of the player to get the ball. And an early free kick given against Coventry Sphinx, and Alex Locke is getting a ticking off from the referee. It doesn't appear there's going to be the branching of a yellow card. Sphinx did have 2 players rather unjustly sent off on New Year's Day against Bedworth United. The less said about that referee, the better. Today's referee, Hayden Lavender, showing a bit of restraint. The free kick to be swung in from the left. Flicked on by central midfielder there. That was Danny Draper, but it's a pretty simple gather for Fallows. Hayward sending Carey down the left-hand side. Can Carey get there, held the defender and slid into touch by Sam Carr, but good pressure on show from Kyle Carey on his Sphinx comeback. Hayward. To Redhead, flicked up by Redhead under pressure from behind by Cartwright. Echingwale prevents the counter-attack, sliding it out with Winters ready to race along the touchline. Sphinx forced back towards their own backyard. You can already see how the pitch is cutting up. The threat to come from Sam Cartwright. On it goes O'Sullivan. Alex Locke dispossesses the forward, punts it forward towards Matty Shipman. Breeden gathers. Simple stuff for the former Dunedin Borough goalkeeper. And the referee stops the game just to check that the match ball is sufficiently inflated. Decides it's not. And we're going to have the original match ball used again. 5 minutes gone, still scoreless between Coventry Sphinx and Spalding United. Breeden. In the air by Jack Downs, who can bring it down. Diving header by Cartwright, only as far as Locke. Locke trying to beat his man for pace, but it's Sam Warburton who plays it back to Breeden. One swing with the boot later, and it's back into midfield. Bryson. Scooped up by Walker. We've got midfield battle at the moment. Spalding trying to push on, but Sphinx sending them back to Breeden. Flicked on towards Draper. Danny Draper for the opening goal! It didn't take long! Danny Draper slipping it past the outstretched palm of Keelan Fellows. Just 6 minutes into the action at Sphinx Drive, and Spalding United take the lead already. Easy stuff for Spalding. Echingwale slid in to try and make a difference, but couldn't make contact with player or ball. Draper picked his spot and just rolls it past Fallows. The Tulips already with a 1-0 lead. A quick restart for Jack Downs, trying to get it up to Shipman. Cartwright's header to Danny Draper, the goal scorer. Clearance charge and Hayward with the seconds. Downs. Little clip from behind by Draper, referee says nothing doing. Bryson looking to chip it up the right, but nodded out by Warburton. Just in front of the home dugout. And Locke drilling it along the right, no one making the run. Breeden launches that one down the left-hand side of the park. Redhead returns to sender. Stainsfield tracks back. Barker. Staying in field, and it's back with Breeden. Spalding. A counter, but Jordan Hayward blocks the ball from Westwood. Now taking on Cartwright, needs support. Where's he going to get it from? Beautiful ball to the area for Alex Locke. Squares it for Westwood. Deflected into the area. Redhead. Will he accept the corner? Yes, he will. It's shepherded into touch. And Coventry Sphinx with their best opportunity of the game with this corner kick. Well, as it stands with these 3 points, Spalding would go top. Can Echingwale claim that? And behind for another corner. His cross turned out by Sam Warburton at the far post. Better be safe than sorry with Redhead lurking menacingly in there again. Woodward in again. And it's in and out. It's a poor delivery from the Sphinx skipper. He went wide to the side netting. Here are the latest scores. Rushden and Diamonds 0, Gresley 1. That's a big game down at the bottom of the table. The bottom two playing each other there. Boldmere 2, Quorn 0, Coleshill 0, Corby 0. Hinckley 1, Bedworth United 0. Lye 0, Anstey Nomads 0, and Rugby Town 1, Sporting Cowser 0. That is a surprise to see Rugby leading Cowser. Justice Campbell in the 16th minute, giving the Valley an important and improbable lead. Spalding had the throw in front of the home dugout on the far side of the field. Snedden. Walk over high one along the left flank into the chest of Lewis Guest for Coventry Sphinx. Locke tried to clear it, ended up hitting himself in his own face. And has actually deflected it into touch for a throw-in. About 15 yards into Spalding's attacking half. Winters. Shielded well by Bryson. Squares for Guest, who hooks it as far as Walker. And Sphinx feel that it should be a free kick there on Lewis Guest. Referee says no, there was an arm in the chest, that's about it. Spalding manager Elliot Sandy, who's also on the bench today, the playing bench I should say, wants to see his Spalding side move a bit quicker. And they're getting slow but steady throws along the left hand side, moving up a couple of inches further each time. Walker's cross towards O'Sullivan, is being held by Edgingwele. And that pressure from Edgingwele enough as O'Sullivan deflects it into the path of Jordan Hayward. Hayward on a one-man mission along the left-hand side, eventually called up by Westwood. Down line to Callum Woodward for Coventry Sphinx, the sky blue and white skipper. Cross in towards Kyle Carey. Muted handball, claims it came off the shoulder of Stainsfield. That's Spalding will clear with Warburton on the left side of their box. It's a real personal battle there between Edgingwele and O'Sullivan, and eventually Edgingwele goes too far and drags Riley O'Sullivan down. Free kick to Spalding United, just shy of the centre circle in Sphinx territory. Don't think there's going to be any additional action from the referees. Had a pretty good game so far. And the referees going to let Edgingwele get back into position before Spalding take it. Kyle Barker, why did you get going quickly? But Mr. Lavender has said no, let's call it back. And it is going to be Snedden who calls Carey's bluff there. Thought he was going to just play a little one over to Kyle Barker, but no, he's going behind to Stainfield. Stainfield to Snedden. Cartwright back to Breeden. Not the best of kicks from Breeden. It was low and strong, but into the path of Woodward. Woodward looked for Shipman, but collected by Sam Cartwright at centre-back. Off towards the edge of the area. Edgingwele up to the feet of Hayward. Jack Downs playing as another centre-back at the moment. Punts that one towards the centre circle. Glancing Hayward across to the left-hand side of the field by Warburton. Gets it back from Walker. Spalding have dominated this game so far. Lovely drive through the midfield by Warburton. Now Riley O'Sullivan trying to use his pace into the area he goes. It's deflected out off Lewis Guest. Guest clearance back off O'Sullivan, then back off Guest with a corner. So another set piece for an impressive Spalding side. 21 minutes gone. It's Coventry Sphinx 0, Spalding United 1. And Martin Clare also supporting Spalding on the YouTube comment section. Sphinx defence have their orders from Lewis Guest. They just have to worry about the first ball. It's all about the seconds as well. So near post Walker lets it run. It was towards Stainfield. That's it. Fell to the feet of Edgingwele, who quickly launched it out on the opposite side for a throw-in to Spalding United. Still level with the penalty area. Snedden and Walker linking up. Snedden. Low drive across the penalty area. Westwood thinking about the opportunity. Curled towards the net by Riley O'Sullivan. Fallows saw it coming all the way. Thrown out to Hayward. Low onto Redhead. Heavy first touch takes it into the path of Westwood, and Redhead tries through him, and it's into touch for the throw. Sphinx haven't had a lot to go on thus far. Thrown into the midfield with Kyle Barker. Walker. He was looking for Warburton, but Warburton was just shy of the ball. Bryson clears it along the right wing and eventually trickles over the line in front of the Willie Nibbs Memorial Stand, deep into away territory. Spalding will have the chance to regroup from their own backyard. We'll be going off air at half-time for a quick break, so make sure to get a glass of something cold or a mug of something warm. Get back here for 4 o'clock for the conclusion of this Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands game. The highlights will be available either tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on when we can get them completed for you. Will be throwing for Walker as Spalding we're asking for a free kick there. Not entirely sure why. Snedden. That's with the centre-back, Cartwright. Sees a little pocket of space on the right-hand side and finds Draper. And Draper looking for Westwood. Westwood already made his way past the ball. And now Jordan Hayward on the counter for Sphinx. Followed all the way by Draper. Hayward needs support. He's got Shipman to his right. Finds Matty Shipman. Redhead wants it played through, but his path is blocked by Stainfield. Now Downs in anchoring midfield. Rolls it right with Bryson. Good delivery by Bryson towards Shipman. Shipman nods it down, but first to the seconds is Draper. Danger over for Spalding United. Tried the long lob to Riley O'Sullivan, but met mid-air by Guest. It's not going to stop Elliot Sanley's team from pushing on. O'Sullivan slips it into the box for Warburton. Keeps it alive with Tyler Winters. Snedden's with him. Trying to trick his way past Bryson. Not an easy thing to do, and he's having a bit of trouble here. Bryson eventually brings him down, holding on to the Spalding number 10, not letting him get away. Winters gets the congratulations of his teammates for earning that set piece. So Walker places the ball. Everyone in and around that penalty area, every outfield player at least. Upsets Walker. It's over Winters. It's a good header away by Downs. Carey's waiting for the ball and receives it. Held off by Barker. Challenged in by Carey, trying to bring it back for Sphinx. All he's doing is bring Cartwright down, barging in from the side. Tony Breeden with the free kick. We'll let you know what's going on around the grounds. Next time the ball goes out of play. Maybe a few surprises on the cards in the FA Cup. Breeden. Cushioned header by Riley O'Sullivan. The cross by Westwood turned away by Lewis Guest and headed back to Fallows by James, Bryson, Spalding have had the better of the opportunities, but Sphinx are playing well on the counter. Fallows. Headed up by Stainfield. High lofted one towards the penalty area by Warburton, diving onto it, Keelan Fallows, preventing Tyler Winters from causing any issues. Heading towards the half-hour mark here at Sphinx Drive. Spalding maintain their advantage. 6th-minute goal from Draper. The difference between the two sides at the moment. Sphinx struggling to break through that Spalding back line. Echingwele going to ground under the challenge of Riley O'Sullivan. Both leaning into each other, and it was Echingwele who hit the deck. The referee gives it in favour of the Sky Blue and Whites. Follows with the free kick. Towering out by Stainfield. Echingwele with the overhead kick, ensuring O'Sullivan goes no further. Sphinx lose out again. Winters. Westwood. Just floats it over the head of Draper. This guest clears his lines. Shipman trying to beat Westwood to the punch, and has actually made the block, and Matty Shipman trying to evade capture from the Spalding right back. Westwood gets a toe in, and Matty Shipman, less than pleased he sees a flag go up against him. Two players both going in for the same ball, but it is a throw-in level with the penalty area for Spalding, and they're able to clear their lanes, or are they? The clearance headed back towards goal by Callum Westwood, but it's Cartwright who sees it back to Breeden, who's had a quiet afternoon so far. Stainfield. Back with Breeden. Spalding not looking to make any silly errors here. And at the moment, this result puts them top of the tree. They won't want to waste this opportunity with Harborough not playing. They want to put the pressure on their title opposition. Aerial duel there. It's Alex Locke who brings it down for Coventry Sphinx in their own backyard. Hooked back into danger by Cartwright. O'Sullivan trying to see it in the setting sun. Missed with the attempt to try and bring it down with his head, and it bounces into the path of Fallows. So Fallows will volley it on towards Matty Shipman, wrestling for position with Stainfield. Not back to Jordan Hayward on the halfway line. Curls it right, no one home for Sphinx though. It's brought down by Warburton. Warburton sets it through. Riley O'Sullivan, flag stays down. O'Sullivan for two. Last ditch challenge in by Jordan Hayward to deny Riley O'Sullivan the chance to stroke it home. And we know how lethal he can be in front of goal. Now Redhead at the other end. Shipman's waiting for it. It's deflected by Jack Redhead. Will it roll out before Breeden can get there? Yes, it will. It's going to be a corner. The shot itself, we don't know whether it would cause any issues with Breeden without the deflection. The touch from the Spalding defender took the pace off it and sent it well wide. Callum Woodward, can he inspire his team to an equaliser? Towards that far post, Echingwele nods it across and off the line by Westwood. I think that was heading in. Cleared as far as Bryson. His ball back in the danger zone, easy collected by Warburton, and now the chance to utilise the flank for Riley O'Sullivan. He's blocked up by Jack Downs. And O'Sullivan goes to ground, a little push from behind by Downs. Jack Downs pleads his innocence, but I think the referee's got that one spot on. Rogers fan 2009 says South Lincolnshire's finest, up the tulips. Well, certainly having a good afternoon of it so far, lads. 32 minutes gone, it's 1-0 to Spalding. Short free kick taken to O'Sullivan. Snedden's delivery. Head to the edge of the area by Woodward. Westwood tries the effort, but it cannons off Redhead. And now Shipman embarking on a one-man mission, racing towards the goal. Redhead taken down in the process. Advantage given. Still going, Matty Shipman taking it all the way to Breeden. Great save by Breeden, plucked out of the air with the left palm. The first save he's had to make all afternoon, and it was a beauty from Breeden. Great effort from Shipman, determined driving run. And it would have been one of the goals of the season for the Sphinx marksman, but Breeden pulling out all the stops to keep him out. And a yellow card for Westwood for the foul on Jack Redhead, who was brought down just as he got the ball away to Shipman. So the throw-in just shy of the home dugout. James Bryson looking to launch it up, Aaron Gunnarsson style. He'll throw the ball to Willen Hall. Towards Shipman, met in the air by the Spalding defender. Can they get it away? Snedden. Stainfield, a leap in by Callan Woodward. Didn't get a touch on the ball, and Westwood clears his lines. Gets header nodded on again by Snedden for the Tulips. And Ronnie O'Sullivan slides in to make the block on Bryson, but Bryson gets the seconds. Floats up towards Shipman, over Shipman and over Stainsfield to Breeden. With 9 minutes of the first half to go. Breeden. Leaping in the air, James Bryson nods it back where it came from. Walker tracks back and returns to Breeden. The clearance falls to the feet of Locke. Woodward's ball deflects into touch on the slide. Over the Williams Memorial stand, it's going to be a throw-in for the Sky Blue and White. A couple of FA Cup scores to bring you. Birmingham beating Hull City by 1-0. Cambridge 2-1 up at Blackburn. Bristol Rovers are drawing at Norwich. And Chesterfield 1-0 up at Watford. Locke. Drive in from the right hand side, runs into his number 4 in Walker, who sends the ball out in exactly the same position as the original throw. Here can Bryson find, and Spalding appealing that Bryson's taken a few yards too many. And the referee's actually gone over to talk to Sean Thomas, the joint Coventry Sphinx manager. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is, but rather animated Tomo trying to put his point across, and a yellow card for the joint Sphinx manager. Sure, we'll find out at half-time what was going on over there. Tomo always wears his heart on his sleeve. On the sky, setting on Coventry and the first half. Just made filming towards the right of us rather problematic. But we're heading to the left now, filming Coventry Sphinx's attack, not into the area by Martin Shipman. Felt he was being held from behind, and the referee agrees. Free kick on the right corner of the penalty area for the home side. A needless free kick to give away for Spalding. Could he come back to bite them? Callum Woodward and Kyle Carey standing over it. It's going to be a Woodward special, you'd have to assume. Spalding marking up to try and keep Coventry Sphinx at bay. High in by Woodward. Breeden sees it coming all the way. Edging quickly, dragged down by Stainfield. Appeals on deaf ears. As the clearance could have fell to Tyler Winters, but brilliantly nodded down into the turf by Jordan Hayward. Out for a Coventry Sphinx throw. Quickly taken by Hayward, deflected out by Westwood. And the quick throw towards Edgingwale, punted out by Cartwright. Well, Spalding opinion that it wasn't a Sphinx throw, but the commentator never lies. So he did take a touch off Westwood on the way through. Hayward. Knocked back by Jack Redhead. Now with Downs in the midfield. Redhead again. That touch took it away from him. Westwood plays it up to Winters. Now Draper, the goal scorer, his 6-minute goal remains the difference between the two sides. Looking to utilise Riley O'Sullivan's pace. O'Sullivan has got there ahead of Guest, backing into the veteran centre-back and getting the better of him now. Riley O'Sullivan into the box and put off balance by the arm into the shoulder by William Echenguele, and O'Sullivan strikes it well over the woodwork. And there's going to be an early substitution here for Spalding United. A surprise one as Westwood is withdrawn. The right back, Callum Westwood, taken off, and on comes Joe Curtsey. Maybe a change of shape. It would appear so. Looks like they're going 5 at the back here, with Draper at right wing back and Warburton at left wing back. Nigel Elliott suddenly obviously not scared to change things early. Wasn't happy with what he was seeing. Follows delivery, muddled up by Shipman. Will he get to the seconds from Locke? No, he won't. Hooked up and brought down by Hayward into centre circle. Bobbles up to Kyle Carey. The bobble took it away from him and sent over the gantry by Cartwright. Throw in to the Sphinx. It's been a strong first half from Spalding, but Sphinx have certainly not disappointed either. If not for a brilliant save from Breeden, they would be level. Hayward looking for an option in sky blue and white. He's got Woodward short. Goes to Woodward. Hayward skims it along the left touchline. Shipman. Looking to beat Cartwright for pace, and Cartwright did well to wrap his legs around Shipman and slide it out. Woodward finds Redhead. Back to Woodward. And the crucial intervention there, ducking towards the ball. Barker will slide in to take the ball away from the Sphinx man, but Redhead able to wrestle it back. Pulled down, slips on the wet grass. Referee says nothing doing on the edge of the area. The counter is on for Spalding. Winters tried to get to that sliding ball from Curtsey. That's a almost acted as a slip and slide there to keep the ball in the confines of play on the far side of the field. But it didn't reach Winters, so it was all for nothing. It's just dirtied his kit for no reason. Stainfield all the way back with Breeden. 4 minutes to go until half-time. Coventry Sphinx 0, Spalding United 1. And Sphinx had the throw, misplaced ball towards Walker. Rolls into the dugout, and there's going to be a stoppage here as Spalding could be forced into another change as Sam Cartwright needs some assistance. And Kirk, the Coventry Sphinx physio, heads over to assist. The remaining subs for Spalding are Stacey Freeman, Elliot Dandy, the player manager, Jordan Graham and Sam Bennett, who was only signed today. And for Coventry Sphinx, if you are wondering, on the bench for the Sky Blue and Whites, Joe Percy, Callum Whiteside, Luke Downs, Gio Dainty and Finlay Sharrock. So certainly a more defensive bench. But the sizable attacking presence of Gio Dainty is available to come on in the second half. We've also got to say how brilliant it is to see Kyle Carey back on the field after a 4-month layoff. His last appearance coming in a 4-0 FA Trophy defeat to Quorn in September. Almost 4 months to the day since Kyle Carey last played for Sphinx. Cartwright back on his feet. Hopefully he'll be able to continue for a Spalding point of view. Updates on the matches in our own league. Rushden Diamonds 0, Gresley 1 remains the score in that relegation dogfight Bodmere 2, Quorn 0, Coleshill 0, Corby 0, Hinkley 2, Bedworth 0, Lyne 0, Anti-Nomads 1, and crucially Sporting Cowser have equalised at Rugby Town. Throw by Bryson. Woodward able to slide in on the intended clearance from Warburton at the expense of a throw right in Spalding's backyard. Could be a few minutes of added time here after the injury to Cartwright. I'd say no more than 2 minutes. Of course, let you know when we know. A reminder, the highlights will be available either tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on a number of things, but there will be highlights this weekend, you can be sure of that. Guest heads it up for Redhead. Woodward just shrugged aside by the Spalding substitute and gets the free kick out of it. Sphinx tried to play on, but like a fly swatter there, Joe Curtsey on Callum Woodward. And Woodward ready to lob it into the danger zone. And one of the final opportunities of this first half, just a minute to go until added time. Looking for Shipman. It's over Shipman, and now Cartwright will sprint to get to that ball and fire it along the right touchline. Hayward should get there and does. Cushions it back to Jack Downs. I was playing as a makeshift centre back at the moment as the floodlights are turned in. You can hear the buzz next to the gantry here at Sphinx Drive. Shipman flicks it up and away from Cartwright into the midfield with Woodward, looking for Redhead, who had drifted left. And it's down the middle to Tony Breeden. Breeden. And Callum Woodward leaving to make the tackle when he was nowhere near Snedden. That's one for the highlight reel. Snedden turned away, and you just saw Woodward flying along the grass. Oh dear, Woody. There is a throw on the far side of the field for Coventry Sphinx on the halfway line. Bryson looking for Shipman. Towering header by Stainfield. Referee says nothing doing, although Shipman was fouled from behind. Clearance volley back where it came from by Hayward. And deflected out off Jack Downs, trying to prevent Curtsey from making inroads. I think it'll be around 2 minutes of added time. Couldn't quite see the board from this side of the field. It's not the best of light to get them out with the sun ducking behind the horizon. Last chance saloon for Spalding before the break towards Winters. Hooks it away from Edginguelu into the path of Jordan Hayward, who's been pivotal in this first half of Sphinx's chances, but it's going to be a throw-in just in front of the gantry, taken by Cartwright. And Cartwright taking a fair few yards on this one. He's been invited to by the linesman. Eventually we're going to get his throw-in taken. Cartwright now in position. Looks for O'Sullivan. Barged towards the touchline by Hayward. Can he keep the ball from going out? Yes, he can. And the sliding Hayward, unfortunate, as O'Sullivan knocks it off his leg. Surely the last chance of the first half. Ready to take this corner kick from the right, Glenn Walker. Can Sphinx hold Spalding off one more time? Out comes Fallows! And it's nodded wide by Stainfield. Fallows launching himself towards the ball, didn't make contact. Took a while to get back to his feet. But maybe the presence of Fallows took Stainfield's eye off the ball. And that should be that for the first half. Fallows. And the referee blows the whistle for half-time. Certainly not a first time where Sphinx disgraced themselves against a team pushing towards the promotion places. It's a 6th-minute goal from Spalding's Danny Draper. A soft goal to concede, really, for Coventry Sphinx. That is the difference between the two sides. Sphinx certainly did get going towards the end of the first half, but now they are going to have to try and recoup at half-time and find their way back into this game. Half-time score here at the Pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands game at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Coventry Sphinx 0, Spalding United 1. Right, take for the half-time scores in the Pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. AFC Russia and Diamonds 0, Gresley Rovers 1, Bob St Michael's 2, Quorn 0, Coleshill Town 0, Corby Town 0, Coventry Sphinx 0, Spalding United 1, Hinckley LRFC 2, Bedworth United 0, Lighttown 0, Anstey Nomads 1, and Rugby Town 1, Sporting Calcer 1. So as it stands, with the game between Walsall Wood and Harborough off, Spalding would go top of the table. In the FA Cup, of course, Coventry City with a 6-2 win at home to Oxford. Big one there for the Sky Blues. In the FA Cup elsewhere in the current games, Blackburn Rovers 2, Cambridge United 2. Oh, Blackburn have just scored again. It's 3-2 there now to Blackburn. Gillingham 0, Sheffield United 2, Hull City 0, Birmingham City 1, Newport 0, Eastleigh 0, Norwich 1, Bristol Rovers 1, Plymouth 1, Sutton United 0, QPR 2, Bournemouth 0. Now that is a surprise for Bournemouth, who have really been the form team in the Premier League recently. Southampton 1, Walsall 0, Stoke 1, Brighton 0, Watford 0, Chesterfield 1. And of course, you've got the games later between Chelsea and Preston, Middlesbrough and Aston Villa, Sheffield Wednesday and Cardiff, and Swansea against Morecambe. We're going off air now for the next 10 minutes here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. We'll just be muting the microphone for a quick break, so we'll see you on the other side of the break at 4 o'clock. Second half just about to get underway here at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena. Half-time in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. It's Coventry Sphinx 0, Spalding United 1. We're here with you until the conclusion of this match, and I've got a feeling it's going to be an interesting one. Let's get the party started as Coventry Sphinx now kicking from left to right in their usual home strip of sky blue and white stripes. And also in stripes, but red and black ones, Spalding United took the lead in the 6th minute through Draper. Bit of a silly goal to give away with Coventry Sphinx, given away in the back line. And tidy finish from Draper. But it's still anyone's game. Sphinx came very close with an effort from Shipman on Tony Breen, but was well saved. And straight away, Spalding have a free kick. About 5 yards outside the penalty area, a little push in the back on Riley O'Sullivan. Spalding will hope to kick off the second half as they did the first, on top and in scoring fashion. And it is going to be O'Sullivan to size it up and double Spalding's lead. And one of the Spalding players at the moment is lining up in the wall and he's being told to give the wall some space. It's clipped in by O'Sullivan, and the referee waves away potential penalty appeals as Downs was leading into the side of Cartwright. Not enough to give a spot kick, more than likely. And the referee now having a word with Stainfield, the Spalding skipper, as the Spalding players continue to appeal. That's, if it was good, it would have been a very soft set piece to give. And we will get the game back underway with Keelan Fallows, the Sphinx goalkeeper formerly of the Coventry City Youth Academy. And the centre it goes towards Carey. It's Cartwright on the ball with the head. Guest sends it up to Jack Redhead, and now it's with Jordan Hayward. Lock wants it played through. Hayward, deflected cross falls to the feet of Seddon. And Seddon launches it out for the throw-in. Deflected off a Sphinx man on the way through, and it's going to be a Spalding throw. Taking his time on the right side of the park. Reminder, Spalding have already made one change with Westwood replaced by Curtsey. And Spalding seemingly going to a three-man back line. O'Sullivan just the ball away from Edgingwelly. A little tangle of heels. Two players of very different vintage. O'Sullivan and Edgingwelly. And a yellow card for the former Coventry City centre-back. Once again, it is the Spalding number 8, James Snedden. He'll try and get his team on the front foot once more. Snedden eventually will take his opportunity. Stainfield up rather than out. Bryson ensures it won't reach Riley O'Sullivan. Bryson does well to keep O'Sullivan at bay, and it will be a throw-in level with the box with Spalding to take. O'Sullivan back to Walker. Winters. Walker again now, O'Sullivan. We're going to break in from the left. Still going Riley O'Sullivan. Great run. Shoulder to shoulder with Bryson. And they run into Guest, who just side foots it out. A corner kick it will be for Spalding. Guess ensuring it's nothing more than that. James Sten's delivery, and easily hooked away at the near post by Woodward. Bounces out halfway into Spalding's attacking half of the field, and it's going to be another throw over the Tulips. Again, maintaining good possession. Walker plays a 1-2 with Snedden. Just kept in by Warburton, only just. Walker. And Bryson bundles O'Sullivan over. It opens the door. An opportunity for Spalding in the area. Snedden receiving it from Tyler Winters. And deflected behind for another corner. Sphinx are furious. They feel it. Final touch came off a red man. And like Jack Dance, I should say, is pointing out to the referee, I'm not going to get myself in trouble, but you got that one wrong. Certainly calmed down since New Year's Day. Walker's delivery, it's deep. I guess nodding it away from Draper, who was ready to nod it home for his second of the game. O'Sullivan shielded from possession by Matty Shipman. Quick one-touch passing from Echingwale and Hayward, opening that little pocket of space on the left. Long ball from the back towards Hayward's run. It's not a battery, came from by Cartwright. And now the chase is on for Carey, and Breeden just bulldozes in and blasts that one out into the Willie Nib stand before Carl Carey could get to it. Over on the halfway line, Jordan Hayward for Coventry Sphinx. Shipman the target, but for it was Draper, now playing at right wing back. Walker. The ball by Walton down the left-hand side. Tyler Winters will chase, and Winters beats Draper to it, cutting in from the left-hand side, goes to the ground again. The referee waves away protest. Winters looked like he was looking for the foul. Went to ground too easy. And the referee is unmoved in the protest by Spalding. Goal kick brought down by Redhead, and then Carey looking for Matty Shipman, asking far too much of Shippo there, straight down the middle to Breeden. Sphinx at the moment a lot utilising a free-man attack of Redhead, Carey and Matty Shipman. Shipman with the best opportunity of the game for Sphinx with that one-on-one with Breeden, which was brilliantly saved by the former Nuneaton goalkeeper. Referee asks the throw to be taken a little further back by Draper. No sign of any changes yet for Coventry Sphinx. Throw from Draper towards O'Sullivan. Echingwale sends it back where it came from, but Stephen puts his laces through that one into the penalty area. Only man there is Keenan Fallows. Fallows will play it off the deck. Try and get Sphinx some forward momentum. So they haven't carried over into the second half, and it floats straight into the away dugout for a Spalding throw. Second half hasn't quite taken off yet, and we're going up to the 10th minute of the second 45. Another throw in front of the William Nib stand as Jordan Hayward making the block from Danny Draper's lofted ball. Draper. Curtsy. The ball back to Draper. Cannons off Jordan Hayward. Redhead. Slips it down the right-hand side. Matty Shipman should get there ahead of Walker. Looks left and sees Draper making the overlap. Shipman. Now the captain, Woodward. Spalding have got everyone back now, so they've got to try and find a route through. Crossing opportunity now for Redhead. Lock. Low drive into the box. Shipman, can he turn and shoot? He does! Plenty of power behind it, but it flashes past the post. Needs to be a couple of yards to the left for that effort to work. We can see some activity on the bench. That's Gio Dainty preparing. So Sphinx could be about to bring on another front man to assist in the task of preventing Spalding from leaving with all 3 points. Breeden. Flicked on by Draper. O'Sullivan receives it under pressure from Guest. Out wide with Sam Warburton. Warburton's delivery, it's over the head of Winters. And Haywood will collect. Play it along the left touchline. Carey. Lock bundled over off the ball. Referee says nothing doing. Here's Jack Downs. Floats it over the back line. Walker should beat Redhead to the punch. Redhead putting him under pressure as he's got the ball. Curls it away. Onto the head of Lock again. Cartwright. Over Riley O'Sullivan and Jack Downs first to the seconds. Shipman. Carey receives from Redhead. Shipman wants it played through, but the path is blocked. Carey still going. His cross diverted out for the corner by Stainfield. Carl Carey making an impression on his return to the Sphinx side. Woodward on set-piece duty. Towards that near post. He was looking for Alex Lock, but a good strong header away by Draper. Sent back in high by Woodward. Stainfield saw it coming all the way and beats Shipman in that aerial duel. Jack Downs. Kills it to the left side of the box for Redhead. And a swarm of Spalding players rained in on Redhead, and free kick given against Coventry Sphinx. Spalding got the ball back, and Sphinx were a little too enthusiastic in trying to retrieve it. And there's going to be a Spalding change here. It's going to be Tyler Winters leading the field, and Sam Bennett will make his debut. He was only confirmed as a Spalding player today. So what we believe will be a straight swap up front. Tyler Winters replaced by Sam Bennett. Bennett signed from Kettering Town just this morning. Breeden's free kick. Warburton beaten to the punch mid-air by Bryson. Redhead looking to scoop it over the back line. Stainfield plays it back to the defensive midfielder in Curtsey. Walker, high on towards the edge of the area, headed back where it came from by Guest. First of the seconds is Walker, thinks it past Bryson. Jack Downs races across Walker and knocks it into touch. And Downs just stops Walker in his tracks a little bit, so try stop him from getting to the ball to start the throwing quickly. Warburton bounces through the penalty area, no one home. Haywood collects on the far side. Under pressure from O'Sullivan, can only find a red shirt, but lunges in on Draper, and the deflection from Draper takes it out for a throw into Sphinx, level with their own box. Line towards Shipman from the throw. Draper's header. It's back with Walker in midfield. Draper, it's a real congested central part of the field at the moment. I would see really able to gain the upper hand. Sphinx clearance out for a throw-in on the halfway line. And Cartwright seems to have something wrong with his wrist there. Chip ball by Barker. Draper. Shoulder to shoulder with Hayward, and Hayward lunges in. It looked high. No doubt it's a free kick. It is only a yellow card for Hayward. It was a high challenge on Danny Draper. It will be a free kick for Spalding on the right-hand corner of the penalty area, about 5 yards out. Dainty prepared to make his appearance from the bench shortly. It looks like Percy is too. I wouldn't expect to see Kyle Carey play a full 90 on his first game back. Finally get this free kick taken. It's going to be Walker to try and put the Tulips 2 up. Header away by Shipman, unmarked. But Bennett has got it back from Jordan Hayward, who gave away the free kick. Bennett plays a 1-2 with Snedden. Forced into the corner. The cross diverted away by Edgingwelly, but back with Snedden. Curtsey. Now swinging it by Cartwright. The referee's blown for the free kick against Spalding anyway, but it was well over the woodwork. And here comes the change for Coventry Sphinx, and it is a straight swap at right back. Joe Percy on for James Bryson. So Sphinx are going for it, putting on an attacking right back on for Bryson, who is certainly a more defensive option. Limited the damage for the first hour of the game. Now Sphinx need a goal. "63 minutes in. Coventry Sphinx 0, Spalding United 1 remains the current score. It's an open game. Lock. It's lofted ball nodded away by Stainfield in the back line for Spalding. Here's Breeden, and he's got to be careful with Carey racing in, and good pressure by Kyle Carey, forcing Breeden to launch it away in haste. Percy, ball in hand, looking for a sky blue and white shirt in the danger zone. Locks there, as is Shipman. It's towards Matty Shipman, who has 2 players on him, and Warburton, the first man, held to nod it away. So I've back into the path of Joe Percy. Percy's cross headed away by Stainfield, but hooked back towards the edge of the box by Locke. Redhead was offside, didn't get involved with play. It's flicked back off the head of Cartwright to Breeden, and that's the end of that chapter. Breeden's kick finds Draper at right wing back. Bennett, did it flick up onto his arm? The referee said no, but it's deflected into touch anyway. Now he touch from Bennett. Gets away from him and rolls over the line. Edgingwelly sends it high into the sky as Draper looks to kickstart the counter-attack, and a free kick against Edgingwelly for dragging down Riley O'Sullivan. Sphinx have got to be careful, giving away needless fouls here. I think O'Sullivan wanted a booking for Edgingwelly. It's not going to happen. 25 minutes left. Coventry Sphinx haven't had an opportunity in this second half. It's been mainly Spalding. But you do think, as long as it's 1-0, anything can happen. Walker. And it pinball towards Keelan Fallow's goal. Shipman up for the header. Headed it onto Walker. Headed it close towards the net. But Keelan Fallow's able to pick it up. Snedden makes the run along the left-hand side. It's past Guest. Bennett. Some pace on this lad. Walker. Down line with Sam Warburton. James Snedden. That's with Bennett. Look for the through ball to O'Sullivan. Cut out well by Guest. Carey. Makes the overlapping ball to Jordan Hayward. Redhead the target. Doesn't reach him thanks to Cartwright. Spinks' attacking play being clouded by Spalding's defence, and Ronnie O'Sullivan waiting for the free kick there, just having a little tug from behind. Stops the game until the referee blows the whistle, which he eventually does, but the free kick comes to nothing and they're forced back to their own goalkeeper in Breeden. Well, Spalding in second place. You would have expected a bit more from the Tulips. And again, edging Gwele launching into the back of Riley O'Sullivan. And the referee has got a decision to make here. Gwele and O'Sullivan have clashed a few times today. Well, the captain called over, Callum Woodward. Gwele could well be getting a final warning here. Matty Shipman told that his opinion isn't needed at the moment. And the referee has given William Gwele one more chance. I would hazard a guess that Sphinx will be looking at potentially bringing on Callum Whiteside soon. One more foul could spell the end of Gwele's game, and we all know O'Sullivan's a very tricky player to mark. So we will get his free kick taken eventually, I promise you. Snedden's going to take it. Sphinx marking up. As Snedden lobs it in, it's towards Riley O'Sullivan. It's over O'Sullivan. It's also over Stainfield, who went to ground. Cleared as far as Draper. Draper cuts it back into the danger zone. Brought down by Bennett. Snedden caught in possession by Jack Redhead. Woodward. Jordan Hayward loops it over the back line, but no one home, and Breeden takes it back into his area and picks it up. Breeden plays it short to Warburton. Curtsey. Can O'Sullivan keep it in? Yes, he can. Going to cut in from the left. Tangling feet with Guess. He turns away from the young striker, and Guess caught in the afters by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan makes his apologies to Guest, and we'll get back underway again with this freak on the right-hand side of the Sphinx penalty area. It's not been the prettiest of second half so far. We have only got 20 minutes left. And the referee is going to give a yellow card to Riley O'Sullivan. And Lewis Guest getting a little bit of stick from the the travelling faithful there. Nothing that he can't handle. And in probably the least surprising substitution of the game, William Ejingwele is brought off, and on in his place is Cannon Whiteside. Straight swap at centre-back. And Sphinx no longer at risk of losing one of their defenders. Follows. Ready to get us underway again. Here it goes. He'll get on the end of this one. Curtsey is up for it. Knocks it into the path of Bennett, but Haywood ensures it won't reach him, as does Down. Shoved off the ball by Curtsey. Wharton chases the through ball down the left-hand side. Percy gets there ahead of his opposite fullback. And Riley O'Sullivan tried to keep that within the confines of play as Whiteside called his bluff and just ducked away from it, and it rolled out. Both teams have one change left that they can make. You saw Dainty getting ready earlier. It looks like that change has been cancelled. Fallows. Shooting being held from behind by Stainfield. Referee gives the free kick in favour of the Sky Blue and Whites. Redhead tried to take it quickly, but Barker prevented him from doing so and gets a yellow card for his troubles. Yellow card for Barker for Spalding United. Jason Andrew and Michael Lease both tuned into the coverage. Welcome both. Woodward floats it in, and Stainfield was flying at it for an attempted diving header, but then realised he didn't need to. Was heading back to Breeden, so he aborted that mission, and Breeden chucks it over to Warburton. Inside to substitute in Curtsey. Stainfield at centre-back. Spalding have just got to keep the ball. It's an aimless ball from the back from Cartwright. Just shepherded out. In fact, no, it's taking a touch on Whiteside on the way through. Whiteside got his body between the ball and Riley O'Sullivan, but just knocked it over the line. Maybe it didn't have the legs on it to go on its own. Throw to Curtsey, challenged in from the side by Jack Downton, enough to take the ball away, and back to Fallows. Shipman. Kerry making the overlap, and Kerry will have the pace on Cartwright. On the left-hand side of the penalty area, can he cross? Kerry to the far post and across the face of goal by Joe Percy. Percy not used to be in those situations. As O'Sullivan again on the receiving end of a Sphinx foul, and it's Haywood in shoulder to shoulder, sending O'Sullivan flying and gets a yellow card. I'll come to the end of this afternoon's action. Make sure to hit the like button if you have enjoyed the commentary, and subscribe for more exclusive content from the club. So the next time Coventry Sphinx are in action is next Saturday at Sporting Calcer, which is one of my favourite away days of the season. Breeden to the FGA for Curtsey, headed away by Whiteside. Snedden keeps it alive at interception made by Alex Locke. There's space on the left for Carey, and Carey has got on the end of it now. He's quickly closed down from behind, bundled over from Draper. Referee says no foul. And Snedden has to slide it back to Shipman, who's closing down Breeden, and Breeden curls it away to Walker. Quick thinking from Spalding, that's why they're up there. Carey slides in on Barker, allows Woodward to try and keep the move going. Nodded into the ground by Walker. To float it over the back line, crucial header by Whiteside. Woodward lets it roll for Jack Downs. Looks for Shipman. Cut out by Draper, whose goal at the moment remains the difference. Riley O'Sullivan. Knocked it into the centre circle with Barker. Walker. Spalding slowing the pace down, but keeping the attack on the right track. Warburton. I was looking to play it to the feet of the new boy, Bennett. But deflected out of his path. Cleared as far as Stainfield. Avoids the challenge of Jack Downs and finds Walker on the left. Knocking on the door here, Spalding. Bennett waiting on the edge of the area. Again, Whiteside there to pick up the pieces. Redhead wrestling for position with Snedden. No attempt to go for the ball there whatsoever. Dragging Redhead down by his arm. And that is the clearest yellow card you're going to see today. There you go, yellow card brandished to Snedden. Taking one for the team there. If Redhead got away, then Spalding would be in trouble. Sullivan, the only one staying up for Spalding. Callum Woodward knows that he's got to get his team on the march here with less than 15 minutes to go. The captain plays it in. And a collision between Shipman and Cartwright there. Sphinx trying to get the ball into the penalty area. No, Redhead blocked off by Barker. It's up towards Riley O'Sullivan, challenged by Woodward. O'Sullivan, an aids catcher from Hayward. He's got Bennett next to him. Great slide challenge by Hayward. Takes the ball only as far as Bennett, though. Now Bennett racing down the right-hand side, followed all the way by Whiteside. Squares it for Warburton. It would have reached him for an open goal if it wasn't for a crucial clearance in front of the net by Joe Percy. Spalding that close to their second goal of the afternoon, which would surely claim the win. At the moment, the 3 points still in their hands, but they're going to be biting their nails as they wait for the final whistle. Walker taking on Downs. Warburton. Curtsey down line with Snedden. That's centre back with Stainfield now. Driving through the centre. Creates some space on the right for Cartwright. That's quickly closed down by Shipman. Bennett. Muscled out by Locke. I was looking for Matty Shipman, who was on the left-hand side. Ball played down the centre. Sphinx just haven't been able to play in their star man enough today. Had that one opportunity in the first half, but really that's as close as Sphinx have come. Snedden back with Breeden. Well, it's a tighter scoreline than Spalding would have wanted. Sphinx know that at 1-0 they still have a chance if they can get the ball at the right end of the park. Curtsey. And with Cartwright at centre-back, urged to play it back to Breeden and does. And, well, swinging a miss really by Breeden, but he, though he scuffed there, he just had the legs on it to find Stainfield. Percy. Received from Callum Whiteside. Jack Downs. Now Shipman. Can he turn his man? Stainfield right behind him. Shipman forced to play it across the left-hand side with Hayward. Carey waiting to make the run. It's towards Kyle Carey, but nodded away by Cartwright. Locke couldn't stretch enough to get contact on the ball. Now Bennett trying to play through Riley O'Sullivan. It's O'Sullivan against Whiteside. If O'Sullivan gets through, it will surely be 2-0. The block made by Callum Whiteside and the little trip by O'Sullivan on Joe Percy. Free kick to the Sphinx in their own penalty area. And they've got to get this ball moving. They've only got 10 minutes. Follows towards Shipman, and Stainfield has been a rock at the back today, winning everything. His header only as far as Woodward. Kyle Carey looking to play it across for Matty Shipman. It was across the goal, but bouncing away from the Sphinx number 9. You have to say, Carey has made a great impact on his return. Breeden's goal kick. Not as high as he would have wanted, but it did find the feet of Snedden. Haywood looking to cut out the ball to Draper. Bundles Draper over in the process. Draper goes down injured. Referee doesn't want to know. Sphinx have a man advantage here as Draper remains on the deck. Now Carl Carey tripped by Barker. If anything, I think to try and stop the game so that Draper can get some treatment. And the physio is indeed called over. While Draper's receiving treatment, let's have a look, a quick run through the current scores in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. AFC Russian Diamonds 0, Gresley Rovers 2. It remains. That would be a massive win for Gresley. Boldmere now 3-0 up at home to Corn. It's 1-1 between Kozel and Corby. Bedworth have got one back at Hinkley. It's 2-1 to Hinkley in that one. Anti-Nomads 1-0 up at Lye. And Sporting Castle have come from behind to lead Rugby by 3 goals to 1. Callum Woodward placing it. Callum Whiteside showing at his captain. He wants that ball. Woodward. It's towards Whiteside. It's nodded up by the defender Walker. Able to find Curtsey. Forced to clear out for a throwing on this near side. And there's going to be one more change here for Coventry Sphinx. And looks like it's Jack Downs leaving the field. And it appears to be Finley Shorrock is coming on. Yes, Finley Shorrock on for Jack Downs. Final change of the afternoon for the Sphinx. Percy. Towards Shipman, but it's nodded away by Stainfield. Haywood. Stumbles into the path of Bennett, but Locke is there to pick it up. Across to the right-hand side with Percy. Shorrock. Now Woodward in midfield. Launch it right, looking for Percy again. Warburton had no choice but to send it up and out for the corner. Not quite yet. Time for Fallows to get himself into the penalty area. But that time is coming. 6 minutes to go. It remains 1-0 Spalding. Woodward. Percy tries to keep her alive. Redhead. Shipman. And the foul given as Shipman was trying to wrestle the ball back from the Spalding man who crossed his path. And the referee, is he bringing his book out here? No, he isn't. He's just fixing his pocket. I must say, this referee, Mr. Hayden Lavender, a much, much better official than we had on New Year's Day. I'll certainly say that. And again, thank you to everyone who's tuned in on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel today. Breeden's kick onto the head of O'Sullivan. Locke first to the seconds. Cleared onto the right-hand side for Percy to chase, but it'll be Warburton who gets there first. Walker. Looking to take on Woodward, but Percy back to add his presence to the mix. Warburton. Chested down the edge of the area by Bennett, but snatched away by the defender and cleared by Guest. Shipman felt he was impeded from behind by Warburton. Referee says no. Breeden just over the head of Shipman with that clearance. Warburton pulls it away from the challenger, Percy. I think he was trying to send that one underneath the gantry, but it's cannoned off the floodlight post. Woodward's tying his boots, so he's a man down at the moment. Shipman goes to ground under the challenge of Stainfield, and the referee says no. Sphinx just need that intensity, that integrity, attacking prowess in this last 4 minutes. You just got to throw everything at Spalding. It's up to Sphinx to go and chase this game now. Riley O'Sullivan got the wrong side of Guess, and Guess just threw him to the ground. And O'Sullivan wants a yellow card for it. He's not going to get it. Well, I've known Riley O'Sullivan for the last 5 years. He can easily stay on his feet at that time. Tried to make it so he could hear that one, but he's too focused on the game. Walker. Bent on the edge of the air. Can he make an impact on his Spalding debut? Walker fixed it up on the line and volleyed away by Woodward. Cushion down by Barker. O'Sullivan spots Draper on the right-hand side, finds him well. Spalding just have to keep the ball at this point. Great challenge in by Shorrock on Curtsey, and now Hayward looking to race down the left-hand side. Slides it along the touchline, but put off balance by Draper and out for a throw. Good pressure on show from the goal scorer. As it stands, Draper's 6th minute strike will win the points for Spalding United and will send the Tulits top of the table tonight. That's unless Sphinx can do something about it. Woodward. Charged down by O'Sullivan after another throw in front of the Willie Nibbs Memorial stand. Shipman's header. Looking for Redhead. Barker can only send it as far as Percy. Redhead pokes it through. Looking for Alex Locke. Prevented from getting into the area by Walker. And Walker curls it out. Throwing about halfway into the Spalding half of the field. Walker to take it for Spalding. Cushion down by Percy, only as far as Curtsey. Now O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan urged to go for the corner. Shrugs off the attentions of Whiteside. Again Whiteside trying to barge in. O'Sullivan taken out from behind by Percy. A free kick given in favour of Spalding as we enter the last minute of normal time. We wait to see how many minutes of stoppages there will be. I wouldn't say it'll be any more than 3 minutes. Might not even be that much. We haven't had that many stoppages in this game. The only one really was that injury to Draper. Well, you would think that Spalding are just going to keep this one in the corner, but no, Warburton's going to have a go at launching this one in for the second goal. Towards that far post. Stainfield! Brilliant save by Fires. Can Bennett turn and shoot? No! And again, penalty appeals as I think it was Alex Locke going down and tripping the Spalding man. And Breeden racing up to the referee to make his point. He's certainly one of the more vocal goalkeepers we've experienced this season, Tony Breeden. And a yellow card for Elliot Sandy, the player manager of Spalding United, for his reaction to the referee failing to give the away side a penalty. Walker about to take the throw and looking damn fine doing it. Off it goes towards O'Sullivan. Guest. Hooked up by Whiteside. Cannon Woodward volleys it up towards the centre circle, sent back where it came from by Draper. Curtsy to Warburton. We are now into added minutes. The added time I don't think has been announced. Well, Sphinx thought it should have been an offside there. The flag was raised, but I think the Sphinx has given the advantage there. There wasn't really an advantage to be had for Sphinx. O'Sullivan right in the corner, throwing given to Spalding. Final seconds ticking away here at Sphinx Drive. The poor liner's getting the attentions of the Spalding players there as they are hoping for the free kick. Then there's been a stoppage of play here. The referee is going over to check something with the official on the far side. And again, Breeden unhappy with the officials. In fairness to the linesman, that comment, he's done more rings than Breeden has. The referee calling over Keelan Fallows and a yellow card. I can only assume it's something he said about the throw-in on this near side. Going to the end of the third minute of added time, Spalding are nearly there. So we're hearing 2 left. Throw towards O'Sullivan. Back to Warburton. Now it's with Bennett. He's going to try it. Curls it wide. As he looked to gift wrap the 3 points in the last couple of minutes. Well, Sphinx have got to get everyone up now. They are fast running out of time. Fallows. Maybe one more opportunity for the home side. Right down by Stanfield at first and the seconds. His opposite captain in Cannon Woodward. Cartwright has to head it out. Everyone up for Sphinx, everyone back for Spalding except for O'Sullivan. Well, it's going to be Joe Percy to launch it into the box with this throw. In it goes. Header away by Draper and punted up now towards Riley O'Sullivan. Thankfully Woodward stayed back and will try and cover him off. O'Sullivan taking his time, challenging from behind by Woodward. He feels it took a touch off Riley O'Sullivan on the way through. It didn't appear so from where I'm standing. And it will be a Spalding throw, and that should be game over. Well, the lone man with the drum behind Keelan Fallows' goal is banging away in jubilation. And the faithful have made their way up from Lincolnshire. At the moment, look to be heading home happy. O'Sullivan. Free kick to Sphinx as he wrestled Hayward to the ground. Quickly taken by Woodward. It's caught Joe Percy out a little bit there. He was able to hook it high into the sky upfield. Walker nods it away. And the referee calls time on the game. That 6-minute strike from Draper, enough to earn the spoils for Spalding in a tight and tense affair. Spalding had the better of the opportunities and the possession, but couldn't race away on the scoreline. Sphinx came close through Matty Shipman in the first half, and Joe Percy sliding it across the face of goal in the second. They can hold their heads up high as they weren't battered by the team who now find themselves top of the table after today's win, and certainly a marked improvement from New Year's Day. Final score at the Sphinx Industrial Supplies Arena in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Coventry Sphinx 0, Spalding United 1. And that will do us here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining us. We're back next Saturday with a trip to Sporting Council. 3 o'clock kickoff. Highlights will be available probably tomorrow afternoon here on the Sphinx YouTube channel. From everyone here at Coventry Sphinx, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.